In the first video, we introduced what a function is and we defined what a function is. We talked about the range and domain of a function. So in this question, they are asking us to sketch the graph and find the domain and range of each of the functions. So we have the first is f of x. F of x equals 2x plus 1. Okay, so this is an equation of a straight line. Okay, you have f of x equals to 2x plus 1, okay, is an equation of a straight line, okay? This is an equation of a straight line with the slope m equal to 2. And we know that this line will be defined for all of values of x. So the domain here, okay, is the set, okay? Okay, I want to talk about this in interval notation. The domain are a set of x values such that x, okay, we want to talk about set of x values such that x, okay, is from negative infinity, okay, negative infinity less x less c. So we have negative infinity less x less infinity. It is defined for all values of x, and this set is, okay, we talk about this as the set which is negative infinity to infinity. In interval notation, it is negative infinity up to positive infinity. So the range is also the same thing, okay? Is the set of y values such that y ranges from negative infinity, okay? This infinity. And this set, okay, is okay, you can write in interval notation, this is negative infinity to positive infinity, okay? Yeah, the end values are not included, okay? And this is the set, if you look at this is the set of, okay, we can say this is the real line, you know? So both x and y's are on the real lines. They are real values extending from negative infinity up to positive infinity. Okay, and to show you the sketch of this graph, because if you are sketching a straight line, you have done this before, what you do, you look at it as, you know, yeah, it is y equals to 2x plus 1. So when x is equal to 0, y is equal to 1. So this goes through a point here. And when y is equal to 0, okay, x is equal to negative 1/2. So it goes somewhere here, and this line, this is a straight line extending. But this is not good. Y is equal to 2x plus 1. So this is a point which is 0, 1, and this negative 0.5, and then 0, okay? So I want to show you this using a software here which we call Desmos. Desmos is a good software that we use, okay? And this is y, what we want to do is to say y is equal to 2x or equals to 2x. And then we add a 1, okay, plus a 1. So this, you look at the graph we get, you know, that's the graph. Let me try to zoom in, okay? So we have this point as 1, 0, 1. You can see if I point at it, it is 0, 1, and then this point is negative 0.5, and then a 0, okay? So that is what the nature of the graph we get. And then the next question is, okay, the next question is, if I take you back here, what's the next question? We want to sketch h of x is equal to x squared, okay? We have h of x equals to x squared. Now look at this. We know that this will be defined for all x values. So the domain is a set of is negative infinity up to positive infinity, okay? or you can see that all real values of x. Okay, and then the range is okay, a set of y values, y's, such that we have y is more than 0, y is more than or equal to 0, and this is the set. Okay, the set we are talking about here is the set which is equal to 0 up to infinity. Okay, one value is included, the lower limit is included, but the upper limit is not included here. No, so it is half open and half closed. The reason is, okay, is that for all x's in the real line, we have x squared is greater or equal to 0. Okay, for all x's, x squared is greater or equal to 0, because the square of a number is positive. But when I square 0, 0 squared, I get 0. So it is greater or equal to 0. So that's why we have the y values for this function as they are starting from 0. Okay, the lower limit is 0 and the upper limit is not known. So it is from 0 up to infinity. And then the graph of this function, let's try to plug it here in decimals and say we want to have y is equal to, I don't have my keyboard, but we want to have y is equal to x squared. So this is x, and then I square it. So. Oh no, I don't have. Okay, I think this will work. X squared. Yeah, you look at it. Y is equal to x squared. It's defined, for all values of x from negative infinity up to positive infinity. If you look at this graph, okay, it's defined for all x values from negative infinity up to. Let me try to zoom out, and you see, okay, x's, you can keep going, it goes up to millions and millions of values, and you have the y values, but the y values start from 0 up to positive infinity. So this is the nature of the graph. Y is h of x is equal to x squared. Okay, yeah, so we have the domain and the range of the two functions. Yeah, so next is let me see if I can discuss for you a few problems. Yeah, you have a function f of x is equal to 2x squared minus 5x plus 1, and the h is not equal to 0. So they want you to evaluate a plus h. So first we need, what is the f of a plus h? Or you can say f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h, okay, will be equal to 2. Then I have a plus h squared minus 5 into 2 into a plus h, then plus a 1. Then we subtract 2x squared minus 5x plus 1. Then everything we get, we divide it by h. Okay, so what is the a plus h squared? We use the binomial expansions, and we have f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h will be equal to, so 2 times a plus h squared. A plus h, this is a squared plus 2ah plus h squared. Okay, then minus 5a minus 5a minus 5h. Okay, and then you add a 1 before going to the other part, plus a 1. Then minus, okay, we have the function minus the function, which is 2a. We are using a and the x. Sorry, I used the x here, but I'm supposed to use a and h. So it is 2a squared, okay, minus 5a plus a 1. So this is what we are subtracting. Okay, so minus 2a squared minus 5a plus a 1. Okay, so next is to simplify everything. You have divided by h. Okay, this is now 2a squared plus 4ah plus 2h squared minus 5a squared. Okay, just minus 5a minus 5h. Okay, plus 1, then minus 2a squared plus, okay, 5a minus 1. So we will do some cancellations, okay? And what do we get? The 2a, this cancels out, okay? We cross that out. And then I have the 2h, okay? Squared is staying, but I have a 5a going, and this goes. So what I get is 4ah plus 2h squared, okay, minus 5h. And then I divide this by h. So if you go ahead and simplify, you have this as a 4a plus 2h minus 5. Okay, that's what we get. 4a plus 2h minus 5. Okay, yeah, that is it. That is it. That's what we get. Yeah, thank you.